What's up, Cheyenne? Happy Thanksgiving! It's not Thanksgiving yet. Well, Cheyenne, it's 9 p.m. here right now. I'm in Paris right now. What did I do today? I started my day with a quick run. I went on a run and I saw the Eiffel Tower. It was very nice. And then I met my friend at school. And then we went out for lunch. We had all-you-can-eat sushi. And then we went to the mall. Can you hear me now? Okay. So, like, you eat it like this. I like to do this. And the most beautiful thing about this is that how it's random. It's always random. Okay, and then you end up, okay, this is not very random. Okay, boom, you end up like this. And then the most enjoyable part is just grabbing a part and they're all like asymmetric. Is that the word? Like they're all different shapes and sizes. And then it's like more enjoyable because it's like very small pieces. And that's how I like to eat my chocolate. Oh, F you, Vishy. You want to see the shoes I got? I'll show you. Yesterday I got this perfume. It's from Deep Tea. I've been wanting this perfume for 3 years and I finally got it. Should I open it? Ow, my freaking contact is like hurting me when I blink. You look like you never have split ends. Thank you. I'll try to take care of my hair. Oh my god, even the bottle smells good. Guys, this is what... Honestly, like, this is how I want people to think I smell like. And I just, like, I'm obsessed with it. Okay. And then the saleswoman, so smart. Let me tell you why. She saw me choosing in between this one and another one. So when she gave me my bag after I paid, she gave me 2 testers and one of them is the one I was thinking about. And so now I have to go back and buy the other one. Okay, now I'm gonna show you the shoes. Also, I'm being pretty quiet because my friend is sleeping and I don't want to wake her up because she had a big exam this morning. Okay, so the brand is Aloha's. I'm going to try them on. Thank you, Hella. Sure, you too. You guys want me to try them on? If you want me to try them on, I want actual hype in the chat. I want you to say, please try them on. Please, 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 please try them on. You're not hyping me up. I'm not going to try them. Okay. There we go. I mean, I'll try them on. Fine. Okay, my phone is at 5% and I'm charging it right now, so I'm gonna set it down real quick, give you a little dance, and then put it back on the charger. Do you like them? What do you guys think? Turn. Okay, hold on. I'm kind of out of breath. Hold on. Okay. Okay. Do you guys like them? God damn. I'm hot. They're very cool. They're very, like, different. You feel me? Like, they were the same shoes without this flap. Like this, like a regular shoe. And I was like, whatever. But when I saw this, I was like, These shoes are so cool. I was like, if I show these to my sister, she's gonna be like... Okay, here's the thing, guys. When it comes to fashion pieces, like, I like them to be statements. Like, I want someone to look at them and be like, are these really ugly or kind of cool? That's how I want people to react when I put something on. And I feel like these are a great, like what is going on this shoe? I don't know. Do you know? No, you don't. Nobody knows. Congrats, Kira. That's so exciting. Color is ugly. I think the color is really cool. What else? I was gonna buy a jacket. Oh, let me show you some pictures I took on my run. I was like running and holding my phone up because I was like, I don't want to stop. I did stop for this one though. Look at her, she's so pretty. And I had a croissant too. This is gonna be my thumbnail for my YouTube video. This is an aesthetic picture. This was inside the mall. This is the name of the restaurant that I thought it was really cool. Manger et cassez-vous means like eat and get the hell out. So many cool names. There's also like a bakery that's called the French Bastards and it's really good. No. What else do I have to tell you? Let me think. This picture? I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't have any kind of signs or anything. I put the spell on you. Okay. What should I eat? I kind of want to eat something fun. I'm like not hungry, but I want to munch. I got these, where are the dogs? I missed them. I saw them today. They're good. They're at home. This is one of the cereals that I grew up to. Chocapic. There's one, my actual favorite is called Crunch, but they didn't have it at that store, so. Chew chocolate or let it melt on the tongue. It depends what the chocolate is. It depends on my mood. It depends if I actually want to enjoy it. I don't know. Like when it's like this kind of chocolate, I kind of sometimes like to let it melt. But like that's only when, I don't know actually, it really depends. Rough for 12. It's funny. I put the spell on you. So as you guys may or may not know, I got my Instagram back. That's been really exciting, but my numbers have not been too great, like, but it's okay. I'll come back stronger. So you guys should follow me on Instagram. It's at Life of Kristy. Let me write it down. I actually can't believe I got it back. If you go back and watch my live streams, in every single one of my live streams, I was like crying that I was banned on Instagram for no reason. And that was so sad. I was so sad. Hi guys. Hashtag Paris. Hashtag Eiffel Tower. What do you guys eat when you're like not hungry but you just want a little something? My go-to snack when I'm at home is Mexican cheese on a plate, and then I put it on a plate and I put it in the microwave, and then I eat it like cheese. I pick up the cheese like this and I eat it. It's so good. But right now we're eating Mentos. It's orange. Wait. I'm sick of eating all the flavors because I have to. Like, nobody likes orange. Nobody likes orange. There we go. Oh my god, there she is. Everybody waits for the pink. Everybody waits for it. Ow, I bit the inside of my mouth. Mango or banana? Okay. These are your choices. Which one are you eating first? Let me see. Okay. This is lemon, 3 orange, and 2 pink. Okay. We can agree that the 2 pink are the best, okay? Lemon, some people like lemon, I don't know. But like usually I do the same thing when it comes to Skittles too, okay? I eat the worst first and then I eat the best. The inside of my mouth is bleeding. I bit my cheek. Okay. Also, what I like to do is I like to eat this same flavor at once. You know, like I don't really like to mix and match. Like I won't eat lemon and then orange and then pink and then orange and then pink and then orange, you know? I'll eat all the orange and then the yellow and then the 2 pink. Damn, my mouth tastes like blood now. Oh my god, I think we're out of water. Oh well. Orange first. Just eat them. They do need an all pink sleeve. I think one brand did that. I can't remember who. Starburst did it in all pink sleeve. So smart with it. But like, I think why it's so enjoyable is the scarcity of it. I think that's why it's so good, is because you know that they're not all pink. So when you get a pink one, it's like, it's so rewarding because you know that like they're not all pink. Wow. This doesn't just apply to Mentos or Starburst. This is about life. Now, look, we have one pink, 2 orange, and 1 yellow. Right now, I don't want to eat anymore. Like, I'm good. I feel like I have too much of a sweet tooth now. Like, I'm good. But if I didn't have hold on, I have a piece stuck in my... Hi. If I had, like, no more pink, I would probably crave more. But because there's 1 more pink left, I'm like, I'm good, whatever. Like, I don't want to eat anymore. You know? Thank you. I usually have this ring on this finger, but I was taking a nap earlier and I felt like it was too tight, so I moved it. Hi, Riley girl. Now, because I have a lack of self-control, I'm still gonna eat it. Damn, you can't cut it in half. I think my friend is awake. Good morning.
بس اتليست نحطك شو
بالضحكة.
البطول
ما بقى في مية.
بس
9:30.
نطلع كرفور يلا جيب بس صندوق مي.
لا
مثل الرجال
بعد شوي.
طلعي مثل الرجال البيت that provides هيك فرجينا عرض كتافي.
Paris is going good. Maria, we have 2 orange and 1 yellow. Which one are you eating first?
1 orange.
And then what?
Half yellow.
Half? No one eats a half Mentos.
Mentos. Okay, no, I do orange.
We have 2 orange and 1 yellow. How are you eating them?
1 orange.
Okay.
And then I know if I want the orange or the yellow.
Oh, okay. If you like the orange, then you'll eat the other orange.
Yeah.
And then the yellow?
Yeah.
But if you like the orange, then you're going to want to save the other orange for the last because you like it and you save the best for last.
Or I eat the orange and I give you the yellow.
You give me the one you don't like? I hate you.
Thank you. I love you too.
Riley says, hi, Maria.
Say hi.
She says hi. Thank you, Sophia. I put the spell on you. Oh my god, I just ate like the whole thing. We're gonna throw it away, okay? Because too much sugar. Guys, I took a nap at 7 p.m. and now it's 9:30 and I'm like wide awake. Maria, should we wake up at 6 tomorrow?
حطيت ألارم at 6.
How are your exams, Miss Riley? I put the spell on you. Riley, do you like my new shoes? I'm gonna do something really cool. Are you ready? I don't have them on all the way. That wasn't as cool as I thought. I put the spell on you. Went well. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Guys, my friend was sleeping in the room. She got up, and now she's back asleep on the couch because she wants to be closer to me. Ah, Maria. Hi. Say hi.
Hi, when a treat.
I'm recording, you say hi. Oh my god, that was too funny. I like it. Guys, like, I'm not even kidding, my contact has been moving around all day, so I'm gonna change it. And I know that she wants to own me to control me. Okay, guys, trigger warning. Trigger warning. Trigger warning. Contacts. Oh my god, have you guys ever seen me with glasses on? I'm like blind. Can you see the difference in my two eyes? This one's blind, this one can see. You're legally blind? Damn. You're missing out right now. 6 fingers. I know, right? I literally am a whole new person when I have sunglasses, my glasses on. I feel so nerdy. Whenever I have my glasses on, I feel like I should apply to law school. Oh my god, should we do a little activity right now? Should we study for the LSATs together? Where are you going? Oh, okay. Sorry. Just going back into the room.
Because I'm hearing everything. And I can interact if you ask me questions. I can be polite.
Okay. I'm gonna bring my laptop. Hold on. Is anyone considering law school? Because I wasn't considering law school, but now that I'm graduating and I saw my, because I wanted to be a therapist, and the problem is I don't want to get a PhD because I'm not really into research. I tried to do research and I hated it, and I just don't want to do all that. And if I only get my master's, then I am a limited licensed therapist, and I don't like that word limited. So yeah, now we're back to square one, square zero. When I was in high school, I wanted to go to law school, and now I feel like I'm like taking steps back. I don't know. You're studying physical therapy. My ex is studying physical therapy. Okay, let's go get my laptop. leaving now? Okay. I know that feeling all too well, Salma. Okay, we're gonna go on lawhub.org. Now it's awkward. It's not awkward. Okay, we're gonna start with prep test 158. This prep test contains 3 scored LSAT sections plus an additional section to simulate the unscored section in the real LSAT administration. Practice as if taking an actual test by following the test taking instructions, blah, blah, blah. How do you start it? Oh, sign in. Okay, we're gonna start the test, guys. Ready? Ready. Begin. Each set of questions in this section is based on a single passage or a pair of passages. The questions are to be answered on the basis of what is stated or implied in the passage or pair of passages. For some questions, more than one of the choices would conceivably answer the question. However, you are to choose the best answer. Oh my God, this is long. I hope you guys are in the mood to hear me read. A major problem facing industrial societies is their exponentially increasing. Do you guys want to see how I'm actually like... Oh, hold on. I paused it. I need a pen and paper because I'm going to show you how my mom would tell me, always do this when you're taking a test. Hold on. Okay, I got a pen and paper. Okay, I'm going to show you how. Back to questions. A major problem facing industrial societies is their exponentially increasing production of toxic waste. So we write, okay, environmental regulations and expenses for landfills and incinerators have increased significantly in recent years. Okay. In an effort to save time and money, many industries have turned to alternative methods of hazardous waste disposal, including increase of... This is boring. I don't want to read about that. Okay, let's lock in. Increased use of deep well injection. In this method, wells are drilled into porous and permeable rock strata that are already saturated with salt water. Liquid wastes are then injected into the rock strata. Most of these wells are drilled to the depth of at least 300 meters, the minimum depth that generally puts the injected waste at a safe distance. But I'm skipping this. Sorry, I just can't. Okay, next passage. Okay, this is criminal. Let me put my hair up. Okay, well, I did really bad on the SAT. That's why, like, I feel like I don't know if I should take the LSAT. Like, I don't know if I'm that kind of person who can study like that. Okay, the use of criminal. Okay, but when I studied for the LSAT, people would always tell me, read the answers first. That way you know what you're looking for. Would you rather be rich or gain eager? What do you mean gain eager? Okay. Which one of the following most accurately expresses the main point of the passage? Okay, let's try together. The use of criminal sanctions against corporations is well established, but the practice has recently come under fire from legal theorists who maintain that corporations could be held civilly rather than criminally liable for wrongdoings. What did I just read? What did I just read? Civil liability, these theorists argue, shares important features with criminal liability. Both impose punishment on a company. Both aim at deterrence, both degrade a company's reputation. Yet they claim civil liability is better to determine appropriate levels of damages. Furthermore, because criminal liability causes a greater loss of reputation, its overall cost to corporations is far higher than that of civil liability. This additional cost is borne by society at large in the form of higher product prices. Finally, civil liability is also more cost-effective from the point of view of the government. The greater procedural protections of criminal law make deterrence through criminal prosecution extremely expensive. Okay, now I know we don't need to use these hard words. I know we could use easier words that will make it easier for everyone. Why don't we do that? Summary their image is more important. Summary their image? The image of what I'm reading? Bro, how have I been live for 38 minutes already? How? Other legal theorists who do not object to criminal sanctions per se argue that individuals within corporations rather than corporations. You know what I need to do? I need to read a book for class and I just remembered. Would you guys rather do that? Would you rather like read the book for the class? Other legal theorists who do not object to criminal sanctions per se argue that individuals within corporations rather than corporations themselves are the appropriate target of criminal prosecution cases. Right. They maintain that individuals within corporations are more responsive to deterrence because they generally fear prosecution and the loss of employment that can result from it. Additionally, they say punishment of a corporation in the form of a fine essentially punishes shareholders, creditors, employees who may be held off, and ultimately the public, which is forced to absorb higher prices. That makes sense. Yay, that's awesome. However, this approach is also misguided. Corporations often bury responsibility within complex hierarchies, with the result that no individual responsible for corporate misdeeds can be identified. Another problem is that under this approach, a corporation will often find it cheaper to designate and compensate an internal scapegoat to face prosecution. Right. The most effective way to ensure that corporations improve their practices is to hold corporations themselves criminally liable for their conduct. Indeed, criminal liability works on shareholders as well as corporate officers and employees because criminal punishment of corporations decreases their wealth. It can motivate shareholders to push for better corporate practices. Arguments that shareholders and employees need economic protection are outweighed by the greater societal interest in ensuring the safety of employees, the public, and the environment. Makes sense to me. Okay, now the question is, Which of the following most accurately expresses the main point of the passage? Number 1. Although the use of criminal sanctions against corporations has recently faced criticism, it remains the most effective way of deterring corporate wrongdoing. Maybe. Number 2. While civil sanctions against corporations would be more cost-effective than criminal sanctions, it is difficult to identify victims of corporate wrongdoings who have the resources to file civil lawsuits. No, not that one. Not that one. The best way to ensure that corporations improve their practices is to use criminal sanctions against both corporations and individuals within corporations. No. The use of criminal sanctions against individuals within corporations is preferable to the use of civil sanctions because the latter fails to... No, it's A, isn't it? We're like taking an LSAT prep test. Oh my god, I'm taking too much time. I'm supposed to take 35 minutes for 4 sections, and I'm at 25 minutes, and I did 1 question of 1 passage. Okay, other question about the same passage. Which one of the following most accurately describes the author's purpose in saying that corporations often bury responsibility within complex hierarchies? A, to explain why corporations find it advantageous to appoint an internal scapegoat. Maybe. B, to highlight the reasons why individuals are, according to critics of corporate criminal liability, more responsive to deterrence. I don't know. C, to underscore the extent to which corporate criminal liability penalizes certain people unfairly. No. To indicate that the proposal that individuals be subject to criminal liability for corporate wrongdoings is likely to be impracticable. Impracticable. To suggest, I like that first one. So suggest that critics of criminal corporate liability have misunderstood the legal definition. No. Next question. It can be inferred from the passage that legal theorists who recommend the use of civil rather than criminal sanctions to combat corporate wrongdoings believe that. It can be inferred from the passage that legal theorists who recommend the use of civil rather than criminal sanctions to combat corporate wrongdoings can be inferred from the passage. Okay, I need to lock in. It can be inferred from the passage that legal theorists who recommend the use of civil rather than criminal sanctions corporate criminal liability provides no incentive for individual corporate employees to refrain from wrongdoings. No. There are more procedural protections in criminal law than there should be. No. Ensuring wrongdoings is not the main function of criminal law. In most cases, civil sanctions against the corporation do not harm the corporation's reputation. The costs inflicted on corporations by criminal convictions are inappropriately high in most cases. Guys, I need to buy water and they close in 14 minutes. don't know. I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna guess. You know, guys, when I would take multiple choice exams and I knew I was cooked, I would be like, God, stop my finger at the right answer. And I would go like this. And I would be like, when I feel God's presence, I'm gonna stop. I was so down bad. I was like, please. And I would still fail the exam every time, but whatever. Okay, now I'm gonna say, God, stop me at the right one. When in doubt, I choose C. Okay, God stopped me at D. He said the costs inflicted on corporations by criminal convictions are inappropriately high in most cases. See, I don't think so. I don't think so, Jack. I don't think so, my man. Okay, we're still gonna pick D. Which one of the following does the author of the passage assert to be true? 1. Civil liability is better able to assess appropriate levels of damages. No. Employees are just as likely to be harmed by civil sanctions against the corporation as by criminal. No, definitely not. Deterrence is the main aim. What does deterrence mean? Deterrence.
Deterrence.
The action of discouraging an action or event through instilling doubt or fear. Deterrence is the main aim of both criminal and civil liability. I think so. Individuals within corporate. Oh yeah, but I don't think that's the answer for this, but it's the right fact. You know? Individuals within corporations are more easily deterred from wrongdoings than are corporations themselves. Yeah. Private civil litigation. Wait, I hear that word a lot. I don't know what it means. Litigation.
Litigation.
The process of taking legal action. Right. That makes sense. I should have known that. Private civil litigation against corporation cannot occur without an identifiable victim. I don't think so. Okay. 3 more questions. I really want to get my answer, but I don't think I'm going to get it unless... Okay. It can be inferred from the passage that those who support the criminal prosecution of individuals within corporations rather than criminal prosecution of corporations believe that shareholders generally do not have the power to influence a corporation to refrain from wrongdoings. No. Corporate employees have incentive to refrain from wrongdoing only if they are subject to individual criminal prosecution. It is more difficult to prosecute corporations for wrongdoing than it is to prosecute individuals within. No. It is unjust for the public to have to pay through higher product prices the costs of incurred by corporation. No. Corporate wrongdoing rarely harms an identifiable victim. Okay, B. Suppose a corporation has for decades polluted a river on which a major city is located. Now we're supposing. Suppose a corporation has for decades polluted a river on which a major city is located with toxic waste known to increase. I feel like Marshall Erickson right now, an environmental lawyer. The incidence of certain forms of cancer. Which of the following scenarios would most closely conform the author's views regarding how corporate wrongdoing is most effectively addressed? The author would be most likely to agree with which one of the following statements. In many instances, corporations that are not deterred by the threat of criminal sanctions would be deterred by the threat of civil sanctions. No. The main function of civil liability is to punish harmful acts in cases where no individual responds. No. Currently, corporations are more often subject to civil litigation than to criminal prosecution. Yeah. No. I don't know. Many people who criticize the use of criminal sanctions to deter corporate wrongdoings believe that such wrongdoing seldom causes harm to individuals. In a significant number of cases, corporations engage in wrongdoing that does not harm anyone with sufficient resources to sue. Complete section. Let's see. I got 3 out of 6. I gotta go buy water. You wanna come with? Let's go buy water. ماريا بياخد المفتاح معاه. وينه؟ وينه؟ Fucking hell, I don't know how to close the door.